Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm on the stage here at the bandstand, somewhere down here in Shamokin. But yeah, yesterday was the Heritage Festival. I didn't go to that. I went to a YouTube creators event instead, hosted by Random Adventures 2.0. That was a really cool event. Got to meet a lot of cool YouTubers yesterday. And good morning, Angel Baby. Can't complain. Yesterday was a good day. But unfortunately, I did end up going to work, so I didn't stay long. But still, all in all, a good day. Woke up a little late this morning, otherwise I'd have been out here sooner. Yeah, I'm on the stage right now. Like I could be in a big rock show or something, you know? I should have brought my charger with, because look at all the cords here. There's outlets everywhere. I could probably charge it up while I was sitting here. Which I really don't think I need to. Let me see. Yeah, about halfway. I should probably charge it at some point. But it is a beautiful state. Beautiful, beautiful day out here. Where? What state? Okay, so we're in Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Coal region. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome. Well, yeah, there really ain't much new going on with me other than, like I said, I was at that creators event yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun. I met a guy, Skeeter. Oh man, tell you what a character. He's a Mount Carmel area, and another young man, Mission Discover, I think it is. Yeah, he was really cool, really awesome. I was watching some of his channels last night, and yeah, I recommend his channel. He's pretty cool. If you're into fishing, that's the guy to watch. There's a lot of others too. Well, it depends on what your problems are. Well, yeah. With your second comment there, yeah, that is everywhere. That's not just in PA. That's everywhere in the world. Some areas have it worse than others. You know, like Shamokin right here in the coal region, we're not immune to the problem, but it's not as bad as, say, if you would go to Pittsburgh or Philly. Even Harrisburg has a worse rate than we do. Now, medical marijuana, that's everywhere. Everybody's doing that. I mean, people don't really frown too much upon that, but all the other stuff, other categories, it's everywhere. Not just here in the coal region, not like just in Philly, you know, it's everywhere. Hello, James. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Leroy Jenkins. Did I say that right? Hello, Ryan. Said hi. I don't think I've seen that on there. I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how everyone is. Backtrack Hooligans. I like that name. Doing good. I hope you are as well. I just got a notification for Kelly's vlogs. She's also a local Shamokin person that actually just did a short right across the street from me right there the other day. Ego, hello. Seen a lot of new names on here today. Well, welcome, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping in, even if it's just for a few. Yeah, but we're going to take a ride here in a moment or so. It's just, I'm enjoying my little break at the moment. But yeah, we are on the Jensen JC1 today. The Jensen JC1. That is actually right, backtrack. Absolutely right. Oh, I appreciate it if you sub that. That's really awesome. I say I do more than just live streams though. There's a lot of other stuff on my channel. I don't have one set content. I do everything you can imagine. Anything coal region related. Sorry, that was a tongue twister for some odd reason today. Okay. Yeah, we're in America. Pennsylvania. United States of America. We're in Pennsylvania. Skeeter, yeah, that was I really like him. I was watching him for years. Him and the whole family, actually. I've been watching them for years. They're actually very close to me in the area. So I'm actually going to link up with them and probably he's going to teach me how to do some fishing. Be honest with you, I met a lot of good fishermen yesterday at the meetup, and I am so glad that they're willing to show me how to fish, and that gives them content and also me content, which, it ain't, I probably won't record the actual experience. I'll let them do it for their channels. Just ignore me then, dude. So rude. Bad YouTubers need fired. What? I don't even know. That is not even a real name on the screen there, and you want to talk some dumbness to me. Lucky I don't get it. Jonathan, do me a favor. That one right above there says bad YouTubers. Take care of that for me, will you? And hello, Jonathan. Good to see you, bud. I just can't read. Thank you, Angel Baby. All right, what my thing is, you can say and have an opinion anytime you want on this channel, but you will not be rude to each other. You will not disrespect me or anyone else in this chat. It could be your first time here. It could be 100th time here. You will show common respect. You will not call people rude. You will not be rude. That's not what we do here. I have great mods that take care of that for me. Thank you, Angel Baby and Jonathan. You guys are the best. And then any other mods that popped in, I didn't see you. I'm sorry that some of y'all have to see that sometimes. It's like, I ain't out there to be rude. If I can't pronounce your name or I don't understand how to say it, instead of being disrespectful, I won't slaughter your name. If that makes sense. But I do see, right at the moment, I'm not riding, so I'm definitely, I'll put it down so I can see a little better. I do see the chats coming in. Maybe I went a little overboard on that one. Like, I don't know, maybe, was I overreacting to that? Kind of want everybody's opinion. See, I want my channel, I pride myself on it that if you find your 11-year-old watching my channel, you're going to be like, oh, that ain't nothing to worry about. You know? Ain't nothing to worry about. It's just only Coal Region Explorer. I pride myself on being a family-friendly videos that I put out. And if they're not, trust me, you will notice. I will make it age-restricted and all that. I'll do the right thing. But my live streams, anyone can get in here. Anyone can. So it's like, we got to be mindful of what we're doing, what we're saying, how we treat each other. The world's already crazy enough and disrespectful enough as it already is. We don't need to continue doing that here. So enough of that rant and rave. Otherwise, I'll just carry on forever with that for no reason. Half Century, hello. Yeah, YouTube is crazy. Some people do have that sense of entitlement. I do agree on that. But I like to think that I try to be as humble as possible. I never thought I'd have this many subscribers or followers at all. Or Angel Baby and Jonathan can vouch for this. I have a YouTube family now. You know, I've met so many people over YouTube and chatted with so many different folks from all over the world. Not just the state, not just the country, but all over the world. And there's some really cool people out there once you get to know them. Yeah, Mr. Work and I definitely don't put up with trolls either. When was this, Kelly? Today? I might not. Yeah, I had that problem a couple of weeks ago. Someone yelled my name and I didn't hear them. When I'm riding this bike and the wind's blowing in my ears, it's kind of hard to hear. Jones. The hardware store down Independent. Was I down there today? Okay, I might have. Yeah, yes, I did pass through there today. I was going to Turkey Hill to get my cup of coffee before I started this. I apologize. I did not hear anybody yell for me. Oh my goodness. Oh man, Michigan heard you and I didn't? Oh man. I think it's time to get a hearing aid then, huh? If I'm missing it that bad. Now, I just heard Michigan, right? Shanto, do you get scared? What's there to be scared of? What's there to be scared of in life? Now, I know I met a lot of new folks yesterday that were YouTubers, and we were talking about, over at Knoebels is where we were talking about how nice the water was there. I'm gonna go on this side instead. I mean, the water looks not too bad today here. What? Acid mine drainage water here. No fish and wildlife can ever, any type of thing can live in this kind of water. All the way in Michigan. I don't know of many other places in the world that have this acid mine drainage just running through their, you know, area like it's nothing. Well, we definitely do. So, if you're new here, every now and then when I do start riding on this, I don't have my microphone hooked up, my DJI microphone. I don't have it with me today. Yes, Knoebels of Illeysburg. In Illeysburg. No, that's far from clean water. That is one of the most polluted streams in the coal region, actually, the Shamokin Creek, stream, whatever you want to call it. They call it a creek. I call it the shit creek. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. It smells like that. It smells horrible. It smells like sulfur and poop mixed together, and it runs through the city here in Shamokin. It's from acid mine drainages because of the coal mining operations, years and years and decades of it. Yeah, Jonathan, it's an awesome place, Knoebels. It's always forever changing stuff around in there too, so there's always something new going on in there. Like I was going to say though, every now and then when I do start riding, I always mute the microphone for a second or two, because that wind gets a little hovic on you. So every now and then, if you're new, you'll understand there won't be any audio. Right now it shouldn't be too bad because I'm not traveling at a high rate of speed. Got big train tracks to get over and stuff like that. See how it bounces. Alright, so I'm going to mute the microphone and we're going to get to our next location and we'll chat a little bit there. In the meantime, I'm gonna head up towards Market Street. I might go up Lincoln or go down Independent. I'm not sure yet. But we're gonna head up to Market Street from here. So hang tight, y'all. We'll be right back. Alright, so here we are on Market Street. It's a divided highway. Nice little area in the center. Heritage Festival was here yesterday. That's why you see all the blue cans everywhere. Really not much going on these days in the coal region. Like, this used to be the richest city in the coal region. This e-bike, the JSON JC1, I get it, it says 20 miles per hour max speed, but I've already had the speedometer saying 25 going down a hill. So they say 20 miles per hour, but like I said, I had it up to 25 already. Andrew, what's up, buddy? I didn't see you pop in. Grady Goat, is that how I say that correctly? I'm here answering your question. I should have said hello first. I apologize for my rudeness there. Yeah, Kelly, what was crazy is you were on my live stream while I was there, right? Chatting. And then I left to go get ready for work. And I started watching your live stream being there. Like, we just keep missing each other there. That was pretty funny. Grady Goat said hi. But yeah, it's a small city. I'll run into you eventually. But give it like 2 weeks time though, and when you run into me, you'll have stickers back by then. Like most cities in Pennsylvania, the coal region's no exempt from it. We have buildings that look like that. Good ones, bad ones, pretty ones, ugly ones, real nice ones too, some of them. And then some are just like, how are they still standing? As a matter of fact, we're gonna go look at one. We're gonna right up by one. So we're gonna take a look up off of Mulberry Street. Kelly might know where this one's at, where that house is completely falling down. Like right there, you all hear that wind? That's why I like to mute the microphone when I take a quick ride. Holy atrocity of electricity. Y'all see this? What in gosh? Just for your puppy. Yes, that is an adorable pup, actually. A very adorable puppy. I'm sorry, I can't remember the puppy's name. Oh, man. Oh, you still got that set up there, blocking the road off. Alright, let me mute the microphone. We're going to get to that location I was just talking about. All right, y'all. That's what we're talking about. I agree with you. It does need some bike lanes. That would be pretty cool to have some of them. Yeah, probably part of yesterday's festival. I agree, but wow, what a mess that was. But yeah, this is what I wanted to show y'all. That's pretty crazy looking. I'm surprised it's still here. Wow, look how old this thing is. I haven't seen one of them forever. Holy moly, it's a sport version too. Yeah, dang, that's pretty old. Right, I see my zoom's not all the way out. I apologize, y'all. Oops. There it is. I'm still learning how to use the new phone. I apologize. I agree with the bike lanes, but at the same time, being right in the road like that, it does kind of get in the way a little bit, don't it? I mean, unless it's a really wide road. But here in the coal region, you can ride your four-wheeler, your side-by-side, your dirt bike, and all that through the roads. No problem. You're allowed to. So I don't know if they would ever consider putting a bike lane in because of that. Like, these are some pretty wide streets right here, so it's like, it's not like it's a really busy city, so pretty safe regardless if you're riding around, as long as you use your due diligence and don't ride like a butthead, you know, basically, in other words. Now you're starting to hear how the wind picks up on there, and it probably does pretty bad on the microphone. I'm not sure. I haven't really listened to a new stream since I got this phone. But I'm going to do that today. I'm going to go back and listen to a couple of my last streams, what I did with this phone here. See if anything different happens. We do have a yard sale going on up here if y'all are interested. You're in the area. I just passed it back there. I'm trying to go easy real quick though. Well, when I was riding to go up there to Mulberry Street, going up that little hill, man, that thing was at a half battery. It was lagging. Yes, it's an electric bike. Yes. All right, let me catch up with the chats here. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking down at it. Yeah, cities are very narrow because someone explained to me one time about how the Harrisburg is where I'm from. Our city streets were so skinny and, you know, very, very skinny for a city. It was designed for horses and carriages back then when they built everything, so they didn't need it to be as big as it is now. But yeah, I'm riding the JSON JC1. So here, I'm gonna pop my kickstand down real quick. We're right here on a good corner. Take it off so we can see what it is. It's not a big thing. Yeah. Got my Osmo Action on there. I also can mount it up here if I want, but I like it down here. That gives a good view if I'm ever doing something I need to. Yeah, but yeah, that's all it is. And yeah, this Random Adventures 2.0, check his channel out. He was the one that held the event yesterday. So, and it's an okay bike, but for the region I'm in, I should have got something more for off-roading. But I got this because I don't do streams on the mountains and up in the coal hills and stuff around, which we have thousands and thousands of trails around. There's the Glen Burn right there. That is the biggest man-made comb hill in the world, I believe. But then again, when I go over towards past Trevorton, when I'm driving up that way, that comb bank hill seems to be even taller, but I don't know. Never one issue. Yeah, I was thinking about that, getting a mountain bike one. But then again, I was explaining to somebody before, I live on the second floor and I have to carry it up through. Even if I carry it through the back, you know what I mean? I needed something light to carry up. And I only wanted it to make content with, so I mean, it is a nice window. I don't mind it. The one I had before this, the Jensen bolt, I don't recommend that to anybody. Ever buy something like that. But this one is not too bad. Not too bad for its price. That's for sure. I didn't expect the best thing in the world because of the price, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. Alright, so we're gonna crack on. I'm gonna mute the microphone, get to another location. We'll talk a little bit more there when I get there. I just wanted to mention that we were going to go down Cole Street. Yeah, my street, I guess we can call it, since I'm Cole Region Explorer. But yeah, we're going to go down this. It's like an alleyway, but we're going to check it out. Happy Memorial Day, that's right. Yes, Angel Baby, that's great. Thank you. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Alright, y'all, here we are. Independence Street in Shamokin is like the main drag. It used to be very poppin' back in the day, from what I understand. Thought I seen something I wanted to look at there. Obviously, I was wrong. We got a rough little road here. Bouncing all over the place, aren't we? Rite Aid, they're still open. Not much longer, though. They're definitely going out of business. They're going to be closing this location very soon. All right, what we having for breakfast, Jonathan? I'm ready for some too. Got my coffee though. Right there, gotta have that. But yeah, I don't know where y'all are located, if their Rite Aids are around or not, but this one definitely closing very soon. Like there's like nothing left in there. Which is okay, because right directly next to it, the CVS there. Yeah, I know where you're at, Angel. Yeah, they're up for after in this year alone. This is their second bankruptcy they filed. All right, got my sip of coffee in. We gotta go Dollar General, sit for a moment. You know how I do. I like to sit at Dollar General for like a moment or two. It's kind of like the happening spot. I can see everything from right here. Got me a little spot. It's like I feel like a state trooper backing up like that, parking like in the cut like this. Kind of crazy. Bob Evans, yes. Man, pancakes are like one of my favorite for breakfast, actually. Hello.
I'm Kelly.
Oh, hi, Kelly. Hey, I gotta go over here for a second. Well, hello. Nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you too.
See, I am still alive.
Yo.
But we got to spin the camera to you, though. Say hi to Kelly, everyone. Like I said, it's a small city. There
Where's my pup?
There she is. Say hi to Kelly, everyone. Like I said, it's a small city. There it is.
That's Miss Sarah.
Sarah.
Yep. She goes everywhere.
Hello, Julie.
I was going out for gas, so I figured I'd find you.
Yeah, I'm small area I travel around in. Let's see, the battery's dying on me already on that. That's why it's lagging. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I saw you slowing down, speeding up, slowing down.
Yeah, but it's definitely getting nicer out. I enjoy it so far. I came out bundled up though, because I've been riding for a while, so. That's all right. Oh, I hear it. I hear it now.
Yeah, that's how it finds you. Because you kept talking about being upright.
Yep.
I'm like, well, there we go. I know where that is.
Yep, they're closed. At least this one's staying open now, from what I understand.
Yeah, but
CVS
they're having trouble keeping their pharmacists.
Oh.
So sometimes
Overworked
they
and underpaid.
Unexpectedly closed for reasons.
Oh, boy,
That's why I went to Custom Care.
I mentioned
They deliver.
a couple folks are saying they're going to go to Walmart instead because that's guaranteed to always be here. So.
I love Custom Care. They deliver right to your house. So
That's right.
you know,
Everything's a delivery now. So
I know.
awesome. Well, I'm going to keep on going.
Yep,
So
have fun.
thank you. We'll see you again soon.
Pour on.
Yeah, for a little bit longer at least, right?
Yeah, big battery, guys.
Yep. Have a good day. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Wonderful experience, as always. Now I got to get some stickers for her. Well, thank you, Kelly, for stopping by. She's also another vlogger, so if you guys check out Kelly Vlogs. I actually enjoy her vlogs, to be honest with you. I gotta find her in the chat here real quick. There it is. And we'll do that right there. Welcome aboard to the mod family, Kelly. But anyways, oh, that sounds awesome, Jonathan. Sounds real awesome, actually. So you gotta shop smart these days, because otherwise you'll be broke by the time you get done grocery shopping anymore. Yeah, there's really not much going on Independence Street during this morning on Sunday. Some days it's busier than others down through here, but for a city, you wouldn't believe it. It is a city. There's another good spot to eat. It's called Luna's right across the street from us here. Good pizza shop right there. I do recommend it. If you're ever in the area, stop in Luna's. Their cheesesteaks are the best in the area. No, they're not no Philly cheesesteaks, but they're pretty darn good still, either ways. I know IP's okay. I mean, they have good stuff there too, right here next to me on my right. But I don't know, I just like Luna's better. And then we had the famous Coney Island up here. Coney Island lunch. Very good hot dogs and burgers there. I do recommend that spot as well. Good morning. Yeah, folks are friendly around here. Some maybe not. You know, just give or take. It's all who you associate with, really. Like, I'm meeting really nice people all the time, so. Like right there, I just met Kelly. She seems really nice so far. And generally, people around here are that way. It's, you know, I'm an outsider. I'm not a local. I'm not going to lie. But a lot of us outsiders and locals that come into the area have ruined it and given it a bad name. But I like to think that I'm not part of that. But, you know, I don't know what other people think of me, so. But I'm really not worried about that either, so. But here, I'll tell you all a good story, though, real quick. So right here's the police station, okay? Real short story. Lots of police cars. There's even some over here. It's a small city, surrounded by Cole Township, right? But where I grew up in the city of Harrisburg, in the Dauphin County area, right, I wouldn't tell you, if you would have told me then that I would know the police chief by name, he know me by name, right? And then the local police know who I am. They're very friendly to me. I'm friendly with them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them, right? If you would have told me, even, well, more like 15, 20 years ago, if you would have told me I would be getting along with the cops, right? And I'd be cool with them, and I'd be friendly with them, and that truck right in front of us is also a police car, y'all. I would have told you was lying. There's no way in hell. But this police department up here gave me a whole different outlook on how they are. They are very cool, actually. As long as you ain't doing nothing dumb, they ain't gonna mess with you. That's just how it is. They're respectful. They let you do your legal, lawful activity by out here vlogging, doing what As long as I'm following the law, they don't bother me. They let me in on emergency scenes and stuff. Obviously, if it's a police incident, I won't go. I won't bother it. I won't do vehicle accidents and stuff like that. I won't put, you know, any victims or stuff like that, anything like that, any patients or stuff like that going on my videos. And they understand that. And they're very nice. And even some of them follow the channel, believe it or not. But yeah, I just find it cool that, yeah, you would have told me I got along with cops years and years and years ago, I would have thought you were joking. These guys and ladies are a lot different than any police department I've ever dealt with in my life. Now, I'm not going to say I was a troublemaker and all that, but I wasn't the best kid in the world. I learned my lessons, though. Obviously, as an adult, I've done better things in life. But, you know, I was lucky. I got it out the way when I was younger. Some of my friends that I grew up with, not so much. You know, they're in and out of jail. You know, they chose a different path of life than I did. All right, Jonathan, enjoy your breakfast. Make sure you have some for me too, please. I love pancakes. But one more thing we'll show here real quick. Like I said, that's the police station right there. They got really cool police cars. They're really cool men and women there. We're gonna take a little bouncy ride across this, what used to be, I guess, a nice sidewalk once upon a time. I gotta look for landmines. If you're not what my term of landmines are, it's big piles of dog poop. Around here, much cat poop too. A lot of stray cats. So I find this ironic, okay? So, right past the pawn shop here, directly next to it is, I want to call it an outpatient rehab facility. Something like that, okay? So it's people trying to better their lives from their addictions. They're doing great. Right there's Verilife Medical Dispensary. Right there is the police station we were just at. Kind of interesting how it's all in one spot, right? Damn, John, you feel that way for real? You're allowed to have your own opinion and feelings. That's fine. Not everybody's keen to everybody's voice. It's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion, sir. Well, yeah. Angel, you remember when we used to be able to see the mountains up through here? Now look at them trees. Beautiful looking now. Look at all the greenery coming in. Yeah, the bike's dying on me. It's down to 1 bar already. I came out with a half a battery this morning. I never really drained it yet. I guess you're not supposed to do that from what I understand, but... Alright. This burned up atrocity here. Good morning to you too. There was sunlight's on my screen. Let me tilt it so I can see your name there. I want to say it's Elaine. I hope I didn't say that wrong. If I did, I apologize. All right, put you back up. You don't want to look at the sidewalk. William's not here. He's the one that likes looking at sidewalks. I'm just kidding. That's our little joke. Our inside joke we've had for a long time. But all right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday wherever you're at. Thank you all for stopping by. And like I said, you guys are allowed to have your opinions on this channel as long as you're respectful and mindful of others. No problems at all, you know. And I appreciate everybody stopping in and supporting the channel. If you're new, thank you. Thank you very much. And we'll, like I said, we'll continue on another day. We'll do some more live streams this week. We'll also take and I got other videos I got to edit for the creators event yesterday. I'll make a short little vlog about that. And then, you know, there's other things in the works coming up, so stay tuned, y'all. Until then, have a blessed day. Rise above and crack on.